Hi, good afternoon from my end. Um, Good afternoon from my end. My name remain Coach Isabella. I'm a virtual assistant. I'm a sales DA as well, and also a customer success manager slash account manager. Yesterday we I was live. I'm trying to talking about challenges that most virtual assistants do face and questions they send in, excuse me, questions they send in for me to respond. So I don't want to be responding to those questions through inbox alone. I want people who might also be having facing similar challenges to also know how to navigate their way when they encounter um, such challenges. So yesterday, while on the live, I noticed I got the light went off, and I was trying to get back live, which I did later on. But after I ended the live, I noticed the live was not on public; it was on private. So maybe that's the reason why most of you did not, see the video or see the live when I was talking. So today I will be continuing from yesterday's questions and some scenarios. I will be, showing you how to overcome some challenges that you encounter as a beginner virtual assistant and how you can um, progress further as a VA. So today will be a continuation of yesterday. If you can hear me, please say hi. Okay, if you can hear me, and thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Yeah, we'll be treating most challenges that beginner virtual assistants they encounter. So today we'll be talking more about how you can navigate your path if you have same issues, how you can overcome those challenges. Because as a beginner VA, you are inexperienced and you are bound to face so many um, challenges on your way as you are trying to make head in the virtual assistant industry. Yesterday, I tweeted some questions. I tweeted some questions on how you can do that. And today, because I still have more of those questions with me, and today I will still be talking more on how you can also succeed and how you can progress. So I have most of those questions in my phone, and I will be, going through them and explain how you can succeed, how you can navigate your way, how you can strategize and make progress. So, number one is I have someone sent me a message that how can they navigate or coordinate clients from different time zones. Let's say they have like three, four clients from different time zones. How would they be able to manage um, that scenario? Now, from my experience as a virtual assistant, for you to manage clients from different time zones, you need to learn how to make use of wartime body. Now, wartime body gives you time. You can use it to check for time, the time zones, and to correspond with your own time. So you know that, okay, let's say you have a client in the US Now in the US, you have over 4 time zones here. So you need to be specific if the client is in the Eastern time zone, PST, Pacific time zone, or Mountain time zone, CST, Central time zone. So you need to be specific for you. You need to know the particular time zone that that client is. Then you go on TimeBuddy and you check with TimeBuddy. It's very easy. It's very easy. So you just go on Google, you type what TimeBuddy, it will come up on Google search. Then you ask what you'll be able to see your time zone and you'll be able to check for the client's time zone. So you can be able to do what? You can be able to always confirm your meeting time. Let's say you have a meeting with this client by 8 a.m. Eastern time zone, 8 a.m. Eastern time, and you are in West Africa, and West Africa is in GMT plus one, Nigerian time, for example, GMT plus one. Now you go on what time Buddy, you'll be able to just go on Google. Let's say, let me see if I can, let me open it here and see if I can show it. It's not difficult. It's not difficult. You just go on your Chrome, Google Chrome. Okay, one sec. What time Buddy? If you want to download the app, you can download the app as well on, and if you have Android, using Android, you can download the app. If you're also using Apple, you can also do that. So you just click on it. So I'm using my phone here. So we have different countries. So I don't know how I'm going to do this. It's like, okay, let's see. Let me see if I can change it for us to see. Okay. So this is it. What time Buddy? I don't know if you can see it very well. This is what time Buddy. You see place or time zone. So just for you to do what? To type in your country or where you are. You can see you have different, have Cairo, you have London, you have Moscow, and you see there are different times. Okay, this is it. This is London time. London is 3:18. We are in the same time with us in Nigeria. So 3:18. Okay, let's start Nigeria. Okay. So Nigeria, Lagos. I'm in Lagos. Okay. This is Lagos. Lagos is 3:20 p.m. This is Lagos. So if your client is in let's say USA, you type let's say okay. So if your client is in New York, you just type New York there, New York, and it comes up. So this is New York. Let me see. This is New York. New York. Click down. So that way you'll be able to do what? You'll be able to see your client's time. Okay? That way you'll be able to see your client's time. And you'll be able to coordinate or manage that client so you don't miss out. If you know the time, the exact time, now it's 10:20 a.m. in New York. And let's say you have a meeting with your client and you're in Nigeria, West Africa, just like me. You have meeting with your clients at this particular time. So you should know that it is that time equivalent to your own time will be 3:20 p.m. West African time. So that is it's easy that way for you to do it. Who is this person? I'm going to ask you. That's so funny. So in Cairo time now is 5:20. They are 2 hours ahead of Nigerian time. We are in plus 2 GMT. And Moscow is 521, also plus 2 GMT. And we Nigeria were in GMT at the moment, West African time, GMT at the moment. And New York is 5 hours behind our time. Okay? So what time Budi would help you stay would help you stay put so you don't make mistakes with your meeting time with your client using what time Budi. Also, you can also use Google Calendar. Yes, we also have time zone feature on Google Calendar, so that could also help you to stay that could help you to stay accurate, so you don't miss out. So you don't miss out meetings with your clients. Most clients, they will not pardon you. They will not pardon you missing out time. You get? They won't pardon you. Maybe they have a meeting with a client by this time, and you make them miss out on their meeting. It won't be funny. They might pardon you the first time, but maybe the second time they would not pardon you. So it is very important, for you to do what? To know how to use what time Budi or Google Calendar time zone feature. So it is very important as a virtual assistant, you should know how to manage your time zones, your client's time zones. So if you don't know how to use these tools that I just mentioned, you can go on YouTube. You search for what time Budi, how to use it. It's there. Or how to use Google Calendar. I also have a video on Google Calendar. You can go watch it on my channel. It will also help you. So another question I have here, it says, how do I handle a communication overload? Let's say, how do you manage your clients' communication channels if they have more than 2? If they have emails, how do you manage their emails? How do you manage their Slack? So that you don't get overwhelmed. So you don't get overwhelmed. So what you do here is you create a quiet system to check their messages at set intervals. Personally, I check my emails. In a day, I can tell you for a fact that I check my emails more than 5-6 times. Even if I'm not expecting email, but I know that emails will definitely come into my inbox. So I always check my emails. Even if I already set alert notifications that each time emails come into my phone, into my inbox, I get prompted by the system. So you can do that for your clients. If you have access to their inbox or their email, you can do that as well, so that you always help them to stay updated. You always let them know that, oh, you have an email you need to respond to, because that is your job. That is why they employ you as a virtual assistant. If you cannot let your clients keep your clients updated with their emails, even if they did not give you the right to respond to that email, but at least you should always keep them updated. They should know when they have to respond to a particular email, because you might not know that email might be the email they are expecting to win another contract. So you need to do what? Always ensure that you let them know that they have email. So you can set up triggers for this, for you to always get notified. So that way you can do that on your inbox, you can do that on your Slack and any other WhatsApp, any other platform that your client is making use of. You can also do that. So I still have another question. It says, how can I say no to my client in terms of adding more work, giving me extra work? So what I always advise DAs is that from the start of your job, from that day that you sign the contract, it should be stated in the contract that this is what you are supposed to do. You should know your job description. This is what you are expected to do. Not that, let's say along the line, your client cannot let you know or tell you to do this, but at least from the onset, they should know that, oh, this is the scope of work. Yes, this is the scope of work that I'm expected to do. Your client should be aware, and you also should be aware, so they don't overwhelm you with tasks. Because to tell us the truth, most clients, they know that this is what they want you to do for them, or this is the contract you signed with them. This is what you're supposed to do, but they want to, humans, they want to add extra load. They want to add extra load to you, and they expect you to do what? To just accept it. But let me tell you, as virtual assistant, you have the right to say no. That, oh, I'm sorry, but when you're saying no, you should say it politely. It shouldn't be you saying it out of pain, I don't have time, I'm busy. No. You can say it politely. Let's say, I'd love to help, but I'm at a capacity at this moment. Let's say I can take this next week, but it shouldn't be often, because if you start accepting those jobs, you start accepting this extra load, they will continue. Humans, they will continue. They feel you are comfortable with it, even if you don't want to take it up politely. They'll feel you are comfortable with it, and they will want to be doing that often and often. But let's say you do it this week, then later on, let's say during your meeting with your clients, you can let them know. You talk to them. They're humans just like us. You let them know, oh, I feel, let's say, Jessica, this, I feel the last time you asked me to do this is not included in my scope of work. This is not included in my scope of work, and I think you are overwhelming me. Be clear, because most of them, they will not pay you extra for those jobs. Then, in that process, you can also negotiate further. You can let them know that, oh, if you want me to take up extra jobs or extra work, you can also add to my salary. It's not a crime. You are exchanging, like I said yesterday, one of the ways you monetize your skill is you working for someone and they pay you. So it's not a crime if you negotiate further for increments of salary when you notice that the task that you are supposed to be doing, your scope of work, and is even as in what your client is giving you is more than your scope of work signed from the beginning of the contract. So it's not bad if you tell them your mind that, oh, I think I won't be able to take this at this particular salary you're paying me. If you can improve it, it's fine. So you don't need to close your mouth. You don't need to close your mouth and be doing work out of pain because let's say you have no other option. You have options. You have options because them over there, they don't do that. So you have options. If they want you to work beyond what you signed, then you negotiate for extra money. It's not a crime. Good. So I also have another one. Okay, the person is complaining about tech tools overwhelmed, that the tools are so much. Then you have that they have different clients with different tools. Some come up today, and they you get a new client on board, a new client with a new tool. How will you be able to cope? I always say upskilling. Now, if you are a virtual assistant that loves to upskill, I don't think you finding, get coming in contact with new tools, with new clients, with their different tools will be a challenge because you already be open to learning. Most clients, they always want to bring in someone that is open to learning. Most clients are willing to teach you their tools because they want you to, they are bringing you in as an assistant. You can represent them. So they want you to know more about what they are doing. So definitely they will do what? They will be open to teach you what you need to know about their business, tools that you need to help them stay efficient. So as a virtual assistant, as a beginner VA, you should do what? You should be open to learning. Always be open to learning new tools. It will help you. Even on your spare time, let's say weekend, if you are new into the VA industry, during your weekend, you can be picking up those tools one after the other. Go on YouTube and you type, let's say you want to learn Canva, for example, you go on YouTube, you type how to use Canva. It's there on YouTube. You learn, watch videos on how to use Canva, how to use Canva to create content, how to use Canva to make design. Is on YouTube. I have videos on that as well. You can check my channel. So it will help you always be open to learning as a virtual assistant. That will make you grow. That will make you grow. You don't need to be rigid. You don't need to say, oh, I just want to know how to do email management alone. Okay, let me learn how to manage email alone. No, you should be open because you don't know the next client you will get, what they might want you to do. So you need to be open to learning. Now, some sector, okay, I think I have another one here. Say, how do I stay productive without supervision? Okay. Now, as a virtual assistant, they work from home. They work from their comfort zone. They don't work with a client in the office. They don't work with a client in the office. So they work from the comfort of their home. So now, how can you stay productive without someone monitoring you, without someone telling you to do this, without someone coming in to check on you that, oh, are you sure you're doing the work or you're not doing the work? How can you do what? Stay productive on that. Now, because you working from home, you are prone to many distractions and procrastination. Oh, I will do this later because nobody is watching me. I'll do this later. I'll do this later. Now, there are systems or strategies that you can use for this. You can use time blocking. Okay, you can use time blocking on your what's it called? On your task management tools. You can also create your task or your, let's say use we have project management tools. I use project management tools for that, like Trello. You can set your to-do list. This is what you'll be doing by this time. You can also use that to keep yourself updated, to keep yourself on track, so you don't miss out, so you don't delay a client's job that they ask you to do. So you can use project management tools to stay active and updated. And there's this technique as well, Pomodoro technique. You can check that up on YouTube as well. That will also help you on how to manage your tasks, how to prioritize your tasks. The one that is most urgent, the one that require more attention, that is less important, that is important. You can use those tools to help you stay productive as a VA from your home. And also, you can also, for you to track your time, you can also use Clockify or Toggle. You can use that to track your time for your clients, because no one is monitoring you. But most clients, they know how to use these tools. So some of them, they also have their own tools that they can, bring you on for you to use it. So they can be seeing it from their end. They can be tracking your activity from their end. So you can use those tools. Okay. So which other question do I have here? Okay. Now, someone said he always has issues handling difficult or unclear client instructions. Now, as a virtual assistant, you should know that if a client gives you a task and you don't understand, it is not a crime for you to go back to your client and ask them for more clarity. It is not a crime. Don't see that, oh, if you ask them, that means you're asking too much questions. It is better you ask and be clear than not asking and doing things on your own understanding and doing the wrong thing. So it is better you ask them clarity for more clarity so you know what to do. So you don't give them wrong answers, you know. So you don't make them feel they're wasting their money. You know, they wasted money bringing you in to assist them on their task. No, ask them questions before you start any task. Ask clarifying questions. You know, you can say, what is the goal of this task? What is expected of me? You know, what's the deadline? Know when the deadline for a task. Now, most of these clients, they know they use project management tools where they assign tasks to you. Even when they assign those tasks to you still don't understand. You can go back and ask questions. Ask them. Don't be shy. It is better you give them a quality work than give them work full of error. So it is better you are clear that, oh, this is what they want you to do. This is what they want. This is what they are expecting from you. Than you not giving them the exact response to their question. So if you have any question, you know, any challenge, this life will not be so long. Tomorrow I'll also come again to talk more about how you can navigate your way as a VA, as a beginner VA. I'll also bring up more questions and more challenges that most beginner virtual assistants that they face because they face a lot. I remember when I started, it was not easy, especially when you don't have someone guiding you. You make a lot of errors. I did try and error, you know, from my when I started, but at least now I can guide someone. I can guide somebody, you know, that is making mistakes, that need guidance. I can tell you what to do, how you can push further, how you can stay productive. Okay, how you can stay productive. So yesterday, let me still look for those questions. I think, and sorry. I wrote them down yesterday, so let me look for them. Let me put so more light. Because yesterday's I got kicked out by network and I tried to join again. It was tough, but I eventually joined. But I did not notice that I was not on public. I was on private. So all I was saying, no one, you know, was no one was hearing what I was saying, and no one actually watched or joined the live until I finished the live. Although the live is there, so if you want to watch it, you can still watch it. I've made it public. You can still watch it. I'm trying to look for. So if you have any question, you can drop it on the chat box for me to answer you. If you have any question, you can drop it there so I can, you know, explain to you. Because I know as beginner VAs, most of us are going through a lot and need someone to guide them. I don't know why it's difficult for me to see this question here. Okay. So I don't know. I can't find the question, but you can go and watch my video. You can go and watch the video. It's there. The previous live is there. So you gain clarity on these questions. I can't find it here anymore. So thank you so much for joining my live. Tomorrow is another day. I'll still come up with some questions that virtual assistants they make, beginner virtual assistants, some challenges that they face on their journey as they are, trying to navigate their way into becoming a successful virtual assistant. You are bound to face challenges. That is just the truth. You are bound to face challenges. And if you don't have someone who can guide you in those challenges, you tend to make more mistakes instead of getting correction, you'll be making more mistakes. So it is advisable as a VA, for you to, it's advisable to join communities, virtual assistant communities, where you also have other striving VAs like more like you, if you now be accountable partners to each other. When one person is falling, the other person is there to help, just like that, to guide each other. So it is advisable you join a virtual assistant community. And how can you join this virtual assistant community? Is by partaking in trainings being organized by those coaches. Trainings being organized by coaches. When, like me, if you join my virtual assistant training, I have a community where I would add you. There you see other virtual assistants just like you that are striving, that are trying to, coming up, so you guys can be accountable for each other. You have questions, you ask, you need support, you ask. So I also advise you as beginner virtual assistant, always ensure you have a social media presence. This will help you as a beginner VA. Ensure you have a social media presence because you'll be able to sell your skills, you'll be able to sell your talent on social media. And those social media handles are where clients also see you. Now, when you have a LinkedIn account, for example, you'll be able to say that on your headline, you'll be able to write virtual assistant. Let's say you support entrepreneurs and business executives. You're going to take it there. So when clients are looking for VAs on LinkedIn, your profile would come up and they'll be able to do what? Approach you. Like me, 3 days ago, that was on Wednesday, from I got a message from a client because I'm also a sales virtual assistant. You do telemarketing, cold calling, cold emailing, I'm a customer success manager, account manager as well. So I got a message from, I usually get this kind of message often from, okay, from business owners, from founders on LinkedIn. Okay, she said, this person is the owner of the company. He reached out. He saw my profile on LinkedIn and he reached out. He was like, hey, Isabella, I am the VP of sales for LinkedIn Hub. We are a network of sales professionals. I'm looking for consultants. You being from is kind of ideal. Now he told me the pay per hour, which is free, and he told me how many hours. So it was like, can I share more? This is it. This is it. Said, can I share more? And I responded, "Hi Eric, great opportunity. I'd love to know more. Kindly share more." And that was it. The conversation continued, and on I had an interview yesterday, Friday. Yes, I had an interview yesterday, Friday. And so that's it. That's how you can attract the right clients to yourself. When you have a profile, a presence on social media, LinkedIn is very important. Now, as upcoming virtual assistant, it is ideal for you to have a LinkedIn presence. There you'll be able to display your work. You'll be able to talk about what you do, what you know how to do, and you'll be able to talk about your target audience. That's the people that you would love to work with, the kind of clients you would love to work with. You put it there because so many LinkedIn have over how many millions of people there. So when they see your profile, they are searching for virtual assistants. They need someone to help them, assist them with their email, assist them with their calendar, assist them with research, travel, you know. And they're able to come on your profile. They go through your profile and they see this is what you are doing. So what stops them from reaching out? Because on your profile, you're already showcasing your skills. Maybe you made posts about a calendar that you manage or an email that you responded to, and they see it and read it. They got attracted to it, they got convinced. They would definitely reach out to you. So, as a virtual assistant, you need to have an online presence on social media. You can pick any of the social media of your choice. But I always advise LinkedIn. LinkedIn are for professionals. So LinkedIn is very important. You can pick LinkedIn, you can pick Facebook or Instagram. So you can pick any of them. Even TikTok. If you go on TikTok, you see virtual assistants on TikTok. You can pick TikTok. Talk about your product. Talk about your services. You know, talk about what you are doing. When you talk, that is when someone will see you and approach you. It's just like um, a young girl who is due for marriage. If you keep staying inside the house, nobody will see you. It is when you come out, they will see you. Oh, there's this beautiful girl, this beautiful. They want to make inquiry or they want to approach you. So you not having a social media presence as a virtual assistant would retard your growth. You need to have what? A social media presence. It is very important. So tomorrow I'm going to come out live again to talk more on how you can progress as a virtual assistant, how you can move forward, how you can grow as a VA. It is very important for you as beginner VA. So please keep your eyes glued to my YouTube channel, subscribe to my channel, share my channel to your friends, your family, anyone you know who is interested in becoming a virtual assistant. Please refer my channel to them. You can also subscribe, like on this, click like this live, just to make me to, this energize me and motivate me to always come on to talk more on how you can succeed, to give you good points on how and strategies on how you can progress as a virtual assistant. So tomorrow is another day. We'll meet tomorrow. Bye. So now let me play this music first. So being a VA is very, very, it's fun. I love being a virtual assistant. Virtual assistant has exposed me. This industry has exposed me to a lot of people. People I've talked to big CEOs of companies, in the US, in Canada, in Europe, in Asia, you know, people maybe physically I might not even be able to, meet them, but I've talked to them on phone, even on video calls. It's good. It exposes you actually be able to learn more about people, how people interact. know people's culture, how, because sometimes during interview we discuss beyond the job description or what the job entails us to do. Talk about lifestyle, how their weather, so many things. You get to meet people. So it's a good meet that I would encourage people to join. So thank you so much for joining this live. I will see you tomorrow. Bye for now.